The 8 presenters are Taniguchi Miku and Amemiya Reina. Their choice is Theme 2. Please start.
Hi, Mick. My grandma was studying English last night.
Your grandmother studying English?
Yes, she started to go to Ninth Junior High School.
Ninth Junior High School?
Yes, the school is held in the evening or at night. So the school is called Ninth Junior High School. My grandma couldn't go to junior high school when she was young because of the war. So she's very happy now.
Good for her. Now, let us start our presentation. We are Reina and Mick. Today, we will talk about Ninth Junior High School by college students. Our theme is related to SDG 4, quality education. We have focused on junior high school, which is secondary education in Target 4.1. And our project contributes to reading and mathematics in Indicator 4.1.1. Ninth Junior High School, called NJ8 School, is a learning support place for Japanese and foreigners. The teachers or volunteer staff, the school is held once or twice a week in the evening or at night, for free of charge. NJ8 schools accept a wide variety of students. While most Japanese students are elderly, most foreign students are E30s or younger. We have conducted field interviews with NJ8 schools, NP organizations, and others. As a result, we have found 3 problems: shortage of schools, aging of volunteers, and different purposes of students. The number of NJ8 schools is insufficient. There are only 34 schools all over Japan. For example, in Tokyo, there are only 4 schools. Mr. Anogawa, the headmaster of Kawaguchi NJ8 School, said, more NJ8 schools are necessary for students. Next, volunteers are aging. 85% of volunteers are over 60 years old. Ms. Iwai, the headmaster of Atsugi NJ8 School, said, we need young volunteers to continue NJ8 schools. Also, volunteers need to respond to different purposes of students. Elderly Japanese want to learn Japanese, math, and so on. Foreigners want to learn Japanese for higher education. College students can play an important role to work on the 3 problems. These problems could be resolved if we could have many college students teach and respond to different purposes of NJ students. To confirm that, we have held our NJ8 school 5 times in Musashino City, Tokyo. In total, 14 college students join us to teach 12 students. To respond to different purposes of students, we have conducted 2 types of classes. One-on-one class, like when they want to learn writing and reading skills, and group class, like when they want to learn speaking skill. We assign different college students for different subjects. She was in charge of science, he was in charge of math, and she was in charge of Japanese. We received positive messages from students. The contents were fulfilling. Easy to ask questions. In conclusion, college students can teach at NJ8 schools. We would like to expand our NJ8 school called Bloom School by motivating college students to teach at Bloom School and promoting Bloom School among Japanese and foreign students.
We motivate college students by social media, sharing about Bloom School and feedback from volunteers/teachers, such as, I study at the Faculty of Education, so this is a great experience for me. I really enjoy teaching at the class, so I would like to join again. College students already show their interest to teach at Bloom School, such as, I would like to teach as a volunteer. I think I can do it myself. I got interested in Bloom School. Once interested, college students can easily apply via QR code in our Instagram to reach our website on their smartphone. College students can fill in the registration form by putting their name, email address, faculty, teaching subjects, and apply. We will gather college students by faculty. For instance, we will gather English teacher from the faculty of foreign languages. We will do the same for other subjects. Now, let me talk about promotion of Bloom School among Japanese and foreign students. To promote Bloom School among elderly Japanese students, we will distribute our flyer at senior student clubs, major train stations, and public facilities. Elderly Japanese students can register for Bloom School by phone, telling us their name, telephone number, and desired subjects. To gather foreign students, we will use social media like Instagram and Facebook in different languages, such as English, Chinese, and Portuguese. Foreign students can easily apply via QR code in our Instagram, like this. Their name, email address, desired location, desired subjects, and apply.
Now, let me talk about the expansion of Bloom School. We will expand Bloom School from Tokyo to Japan in 3 steps. In step 1, we add 4 schools in Tokyo. In step 2 and step 3, we add 22 schools and 188 schools respectively. Based on our experience, we assume that there are 10 teachers and 15 students per school. In step 1, we add 4 schools in Tokyo to make commuting time within 30 minutes. Current 4 schools cover only part of Tokyo, as you can see the 30-minute circle in blue. However, if we add 4 schools, almost all schools will be located within 30 minutes, as shown in red. These will be 4 Bloom schools in Tokyo: in Musashino, Okutama, Tachikawa, and Ome. We will organize Bloom School to make it sustainable. We will divide volunteer students into 3 teams: teacher team, student team, and management team. Annual budget of Bloom School is approximately 300,000 yen in step 1. It includes facility rental fee, advertising fee, materials fee, and others. In step 1, we need approximately 200,000 yen to rent facilities. For example, in Musashino, we need 2,000 yen to rent facilities for a month, and 24,000 yen for a year. We will do the same in other cities, so the total is approximately 200,000 yen. We finance annual budget by donation-type crowdfunding. There is a successful example of Okayama NJ8 school that received over 1 million yen. So, we believe that we can also obtain the necessary support for Bloom School through our crowdfunding webpage. This is our upcoming schedule. We plan to open 4 Bloom schools in February, June, and October 2022, and February in 2023, Tokyo. We have received feedback on our Bloom School from the headmasters of existing NJ8 school, such as, "I'm glad the college students take such initiative. I hope Bloom School will spread all over Japan." This is a summary of Bloom School. NJ8 schools have 3 problems: shortage of schools, aging of volunteers, and different purposes of students. We have held our own Bloom School 5 times to confirm that college students can teach at NJ8 schools. We will expand Bloom School to achieve the SDG Target 4.1 in secondary education and Indicator 4.1.1 in reading and mathematics. These are special thanks and references. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, presenters. Now let's take some questions.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Education is really close to my heart, so I really enjoyed your content and really shedding light on the neglected side of education, which is night junior high schools. I know the existence, but I know very little about the conditions, and I'm a bit confused because junior high school is mandatory in Japan, so the education is provided free, correct?
Yes.
But there's no subsidy from the government to run those schools. Why are the teachers volunteers? Why aren't they paid?
Sorry, could you repeat your question?
Why
Sorry.
are the volunteers, why are the teachers not paid? Why are the teachers volunteers? Is my first question.
Thank you for your question. So now there are public night junior high school in Japan, but the public night junior high school is helped by government, but our school is run by volunteers.
I see.
So our school is no support from government. Thank
Okay,
you.
so it's like private
Yes.
junior high school,
Yes.
so to speak. And you plan to provide it for free to students.
Yes.
Why don't you think of collecting tuition fees from the students?
Thank you for your question. Based on our interviews, existing night junior high school is held for free of charge. So we will do the same with existing night junior high school, and it is good for students and volunteers. So yeah, we think tuition is free is good for students.
Yes, I absolutely agree that
Yes.
education should be provided free.
Yes.
My last question is the students who attend in night schools, of course there are foreigners and elderlies, but I am also sure that there are junior high school age students who refuse to go to regular junior high school because of bullying or because of mental health issues, because of certain learning disabilities that they cannot be comfortable in regular schools. It will require more attention, more work to work with those students. How would you ensure the quality of education and pedagogy and the quality of teachers?
You mean how we will improve to teaching quality?
Ensure quality, providing students from different
Yes.
backgrounds.
Okay. Thank you for your question. To improve teaching, providing quality, we made a teaching manual, and we plan to held staff meeting or review meeting, something. So yeah, we can improve the teaching quality to by teaching manual and meeting, staff meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your very passionate presentation, despite one of your colleagues missing today. In fact, I also had the same question about how to screen the quality of teachers, but that's already been answered. Let me ask you one question about how to prevent students from dropping out they may participate in the first place, but they may eventually drop out. But is there any system or supporting hand so that students who participated can complete the entire program?
Sorry, could you repeat your question?
Yes. I think this night junior high school is a great idea. But participants may drop out after a few classes and may not continue. But does your program have any system to prevent or encourage people not to drop out?
Thank you for your question. Our school don't have graduation, so we don't. So that's no problem. But we will communicate with their people. So that's our yeah. So we will communicate more their students. Thank you.
And you encourage them. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you very much. And we don't have time for questions from the audience at this time. So thank you, judges, and thank you, presenters. Wonderful presentation.